like recently, have you noticed like pundits have started having some weird opinions? Like they've always had it, but like recently, I've only noticed that. To be honest, as you said, like before, we spoke about this before, yeah. You said that Chelsea don't have any pundits out there that back our case, if that's because we're both Chelsea fans today, so yeah.
Rarely.
More of a Chelsea podcast today.
Yeah, rarely. So, in a nutshell, we have Mourinho, but he's on beIN Sports, and we have Joe Cole. Well, he just started, and he's alright. He's alright. He's biased, like very biased towards Chelsea, and I love that. But one thing I would disagree with him, yeah, he's saying that Willian's a world-class player.
Willian's not world-class at the moment, to be honest.
At the moment.
He had the potential. When he signed for Chelsea, he had the potential to be world-class.
At the moment, that guy was never world-class.
The thing is, though, you can never doubt his ability.
He's a great player, but the one pissing me off about him, yeah? He's so one-dimensional. You know what he's going to do.
100%.
Do you know some players that with Robin, you know what they're gonna do, but you can never stop them. This guy, you know what he's doing, you know where he's gonna go, and you can follow him step by step and just cut him off. If he's on the right, you know what he's gonna do? He's gonna try to cut back in and do that little feint. That little thing and try to go to the byline.
But the thing is, there's a lot of times where he can just pass the ball for a simple through ball. Him and Alonso as well. A lot of the times, him and Alonso have so many chances where they can just play Hazard in or someone else in, and they just choose to do something stupid.
I remember seeing on Twitter, basically how many one-on-one chances, how many times Willian was through and goal and he could have just squared it, and he's actually missed. There were so many times. Cardiff. Wolves,
West Ham.
Like he could have just sweated it. Does he not play FIFA?
Exactly.
Sweaty the ball.
Sweaty the ball. Huh?
That's all it takes. But I don't think. Well, if he's here come summer, I'd be very disappointed in Chelsea.
The thing is, though, people, I don't know why Sarri sees him as someone that's important.
He's definitely got his nudes. I'm telling you.
He's definitely got someone in that club. He's got their needs. I don't care what.
I'm telling you, he's got someone patterned to still be at this club and to not score more than 10 goals in a season. He just hit 50 goals in his career, you know that.
He had one good season when everyone was shit. He stood out in that one season.
That was one good season. And think about it. He scored 10 goals. 6 of them were free kicks.
Oh, shit. I don't remember it.
And that was his best season. That was the season that Mourinho got sacked, innit?
Yeah.
You see my point?
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie though, Chelsea have bigger problems than Willian. I'll be honest with you, Allah. In terms of Chelsea as a team, what we're behind in, and this is going back to it's gonna come back to our point about pundits and like British media anyway. The thing we're lacking is strike force. People might see that we have people might say that we have other problems, but the main issue is the fact that we don't have a goal scorer like Tottenham do, like Liverpool do, like Arsenal, United. All these teams have someone that will guaranteed that many amount of goals a season, pull you through these games, innit?
That is true, because let's take it back to twice when we won the Premier League. 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017. Who do we have up front?
Diego Costa.
Exactly. One of the best strikers in the world. And he was the difference between us winning a title and us finishing in top 4.
100.
Last year, we had Morata.
Don't make me start on that guy, bro.
But think about it, yeah? It was the exact same formation, exact same style of play. We created a lot of chances, we just couldn't finish.
See, now that's the issue that I'm going to get onto. Basically, a lot of, I was watching BT Sport the other day, and Rio Ferdinand and all these guys were literally just hammering Sarri. And I'm just sitting there thinking, you man played football your entire lives. How don't you understand the simple fact that Kante has never played CDM in his life? He's played CDM 3 games in his life. Remember when Chelsea started the season with Kante?
Yeah.
And we played the 4-1 kind of thing where Kante was deep in. We struggled to beat West Ham 1-0 was it? Or 2-1 or something. And then we went away to Watford and got a last minute goal, Diego Costa. And then eventually when Arsenal slapped us 3-0, that's when Kante went to play 3-4-3 with Kante playing the centre mid alongside Fabregas.
And Matic.
Yeah, or Matic. When he was at Leicester, he played with Drinkwater at the time, so he's never really played in that holding midfield role. So a lot of people like in the media like just weird, man. Like you should understand what football is if you've played it for that long.
I know, but the thing is, Kante has never played the holding midfield role. He's never done that. If you look at Leicester, Drinkwater was more of the playmaker. He sat deep, he pinged the balls over the top. He was that regista role.
Yeah.
In a nutshell, Kante was told, "Yo, you get out, get the ball back."
Yeah.
If you just seen, he ran around. This guy was up a right mid, right back. He was everywhere, just getting the ball, and that's what they want to see from him. They just want to see a headless guy just running around, just grabbing the ball.
That's the thing though, because another thing that Ferdinand said that baffled me was, man sat there and said, Jorginho, 2,000 passes, 0 assists.
That's not the point.
Hear my point though. In Napoli, in Napoli, Jorginho he had Insigne, he had Callahan and Mertens, who were all runners. He would, and they're all finishers as well. So whatever he provided for them, were like could get him the assist, the numbers, the statistics anyway. People are obsessed with statistics anyway, so I don't know why anyway. But the thing is, with Chelsea, he's got Willian who wants it to feet, Pedro that wants it to feet, Hazard that wants it to feet, and Morata who doesn't finish to save his life. So the point is,
the magicians.
Jorginho is basically being held back by the Chelsea team. Which makes it, sorry to interrupt you again there before you even start actually. Jorginho, they made it easy for Jorginho to get marked, basically.
The way Jorginho plays, he's a tempo setter.
Yeah.
So he gets the ball, he just pops it around, keeps it moving. What his job role is to keep the ball moving as fast as they can, just to move around, to shuffle around their midfield and to look for gaps and half spaces where Pedro, Hazard and Willian can exploit.
Yeah.
And he does create chances. And the thing is, Hazard, as you said, Hazard wants it to feet.
Yeah.
Willian rarely runs in behind. He always wants the ball to his feet. Pedro's the only one that does it. And you see that when David Luiz always clips the ball in behind.
Yeah.
And he scored last week and he had a great chance against Arsenal with that same kind of pass.
Mm-hmm.
And with Morata, it's impossible to do that because Morata is absolutely shambolic. He's got to. Let's not go on to him. What Jorginho's role is, literally all his role is to set the tempo of the play.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't understand where everyone's saying, he's not creating any assists, he's not scoring any goals, blah blah. He can't shoot. That's not what his job role is. If you look at Pirlo had a God-given talent. He could go free kicks.
Could you imagine Pirlo in the Premier League right now? People diss him just because he doesn't score, he doesn't assist, because people are so obsessed with this thing where they expect midfielders to get goals. It doesn't mean, like, even today I watched this, what's this show called on Sunday? I forgot the name of it, on Sky Sports, where they were saying having a midfield of Kante, Jorginho and Kovacic is not good enough because they don't score goals. When did you ever expect midfielders to score goals?
That's not that exactly. Think about it. One of the greatest teams of all time. Mm-hmm. Midfielder Busquets, Xavi, Iniesta. When did Busquets ever score? When did Xavi ever score? Xavi rarely got assists. Busquets rarely got assists. They were the pass before the assist.
Yeah.
Iniesta, don't get me wrong.
Iniesta didn't have a lot of career goals, but he still scored like important ones.
And Iniesta didn't create. He created chances, but he didn't have that many assists as well. Yeah. But Iniesta is that Kovacic role.
Yeah.
Xavi, for us, our equivalent is Jorginho.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Xavi is one of the greatest players of his generation, one of the greatest passers.
Mm-hmm.
But he didn't have that many assists. But he still classed him as the greatest. But he didn't play in the Premier League. If he played in the Premier League, they would be saying the same thing that they're saying about Jorginho, about Xavi.
Mm-hmm.
Because what they want is basically just stems into the English culture. The whole midfielder has to break up the play, has to be a tough tackling player that gets the ball and pass it to creative players. That's the idea of a holy midfielder.
Yeah.
And this doesn't fall into the category.
100.
And they don't want that, and that's where the biasness comes from at the end of the day.
The thing is with the whole Sarri thing, they're trying to. What I keep hearing is people saying, why doesn't he have a plan B? The reason why he doesn't have a plan B is because, first of all, he did say, he said in one of his interviews, the recent one anyway, he said that he will never change because this is all he knows. which I respect, by the way. But also, I don't know why people are criticising Sarri because he's not getting the signings he wants. Because, for example, Ferdinand said something stupid again, like, oh, he got money because he signed Kepa. We got Kepa because we got rid of one of the best keepers in the world. So
I disagree with that, but...
Oh, he's not the one he was one of the best keepers in the world at the time, even if you let everything go through his legs, shit bust. But yeah, he also said that we spent 60 million on Pulisic, which Sarri didn't even know about.
Exactly.
But it's just weird how biased they can be when Sarri is having a better season, by the way, than Guardiola and Klopp did in their first seasons.
But that's the thing. That this is what I find baffling is people gave time to Klopp and Pep. They said, "Yo."
Mourinho said that as well, by the way.
Exactly. They gave him time. No, they gave time to Klopp. They didn't give time to Pep. I'm gonna be honest. With Pep in their first season, it was like, oh, Pep is struggling with the demands of the Premier League. Pep's not suited to the Premier League. He can't handle it. Blah blah blah. That's what they said in his first season when he had Claudio Bravo and goal and lost 4-0 at Everton. Yeah. I remember. That's what they said about him. But what I believe with Sarri, slowly but surely, he's getting the players he wants, and it's a matter of progress. And at this moment in time, what I truly believe is this is in Chelsea's court, the Chelsea's board's court. So Marina and Abramovich, they could decide to get rid of him at the first sign of trouble and be like, no, we're gonna get someone else like they've always done. Or they can actually stick with the guy that they brought in for quite a bit of money, and trying to build a team around him by signing Jorginho and Kepa, a ball-playing keeper, and Pulisic, a right-sided winger, and stick with him and watch us become the team that we can be, like the way Man City gave time to Pep and Liverpool gave time.
You do know Pep spent like hundreds of millions.
Exactly. He got, as Mourinho said this, he got rid of four fullbacks and replaced them with 4 other fullbacks. If you have that,
he bought Bravo to be his keeper, his ball playing keeper. He saw that he was shit, got rid of him and got Edison.
Exactly.
He got to try. You know what's smart? Everyone is saying Sarri ball doesn't work, but we haven't really seen Sarri ball. Players that are, pundits that are on our screens, wallahi, they are misleading, bro. They don't know anything about football outside of England. Because if they watch the Napoli teams, they would understand why Jorginho is playing that register role. They would understand that Kante is basically the Alan of our team.
But the thing is, this is why whatever British pundits say, I take it with a grain of salt. Because first things first, have you ever seen an English manager in the top 5 leagues outside of England? No. So
Gary Neville went and he got slapped up 7-0 by Barcelona.
Exactly. Then didn't Phil Neville go? Where did Phil?
Phil Neville went with his brother, I think.
Yeah, and David Moyes went to Real Sociedad. Got slapped up as well. You see my point?
Exactly.
So what they did is they tried to implement how they played in England over there, and they got caught out.
Exactly. And this is another example is the fact that Premier League teams haven't really been impressive, apart from Liverpool. And Liverpool arguably they got Porto and Roma in their draws. So apart from Man City, they literally they walked to the final anyway. So we haven't had a good English team in recent years in the Champions League. So that says a lot about the Premier League.
And what I truly believe is that the Premier League is the most entertaining league, and quality-wise, it is getting up there.
Of course. I'm not down the quality. Of course, like in terms of quality, like the best example I could give you here, which is a very weird example. You know what they remind me of? La Liga is like a capitalist thing, where the rich niggas, the 1%, the Real Madrid and the Barcelona have all the money, whereas the Premier League is just a communist thing, bro. Everyone's got mad players. Like West Ham have players as good as Felipe Anderson. There's Everton with mad players, Yerry Mina, Sigurdsson, you name it, man.
They spent 31 million on
Richarlison, and who else? So there's so many small teams that have mad players. So in fairness, the Premier League is the most competitive league, yes. But people overrate this thing where they say, "Oh, Jorginho, it's too slow for the Premier League." Shut up, man.
Exactly.
He's not too. He's basically being held back by this Chelsea team.
What I truly believe is the players we've got right now, Not all of them, but some of them aren't fit for Sarri ball.
A lot of them.
Like,
I'm telling you, a lot of them.
as much as I love Aspilicueta, he's not suited for Sarri ball.
You know what? Yeah, it hurts to say that as well because
I love Aspilicueta. Like he's since we signed him in what 2012 summer. I remember we signed him the same year we signed Oscar and Hazard.
Yeah,
we signed him for $6 million.
With the gold Chelsea kid.
Yeah, no one knew about him. But like, who's this guy?
We just call you Dave, yeah.
We just call him Dave. I love him, but he's not suited for Sarri ball. He might adapt because the way Aspilicueta's played is always adapted to the back three, everything.
Left back, he played
exactly.
Back three. I respect him for that. But then him and Alonso.
Fuck Alonso.
I agree. But Alonso's more of a left wing back. If you agree with me on that one.
Yes, Alonso. I'll be honest with you. Alonso worked well in a back three under Kante because he had the freedom to push up and he had the cover of Gary Cahill behind him. You see, Gary Cahill's fucking shit. Don't get me wrong, but having that extra body there helps. Yeah. That's the thing. And Alonso ain't suited to a back four. We've seen it time and time again of him being exploited. His lack of pace, his lack of awareness.
He's become shit anyway by going forward anyway. So.
Yeah. Do you know what he relied on?
Especially with a few goals and that.
What he relied on, if you look at stats this year, his percentage, like when it comes to crossing of hitting our player, is 9.9%. That's the worst in the top 5 leagues. Exactly. How shit can your crossing be? Granted, we've got Willian Hazard, Pedro up top. Granted, it's very difficult to find them.
But a weird shit bastard that's finding.
But don't get me wrong, most of the time, majority of the season, we had Morata or Giroud up top.
Yeah.
And you're still hitting 9.9%. That is not a good start. He's become ineffective going forward, and he's always been a liability at the back.
Yeah.
What I've always said, at that position, give Emerson a chance. I've watched Emerson time and time again. He only plays in the Carabao Cup, FA Cup, and the odd Premier League. Yeah, he's better than Alonso defensively. He's still pretty shit defensively, but he's better than Alonso, and his link-up play with Hazard is way better.
Then again, that's one of the only points I agree with all these weird pundits I've been watching recently. And their point was, if Sarri is claiming that the players are mentally not aggressive enough, which I agree on, by the way, why doesn't he drop some of these players? Which is kind of true. Why doesn't he drop Willian?
Who does he replace him with?
True.
Things, I would Callum Hudson-Odoi. I'll give more time because at the end of the day, he wants to leave.
Yeah.
Let's be real out here.
He wants to go Bayern because obviously we're not giving him time. We're not giving him the money that Bayern are offering.
And the thing is, Bayern even said we'll guarantee you first team football because Robben's leaving at the end of the season. Apparently he's retiring.
Yeah.
So they said they can guarantee him first team football, but we can't. And Bayern are a much bigger club than us.
Yeah.
So what does that say? I'm not offering him more money. If I was in his shoes, I'd be asking him to leave as well. Definitely. Because think about it, we just signed Pulisic as well.
Pulisic, in fairness, is going to be playing on the other wing.
Pulisic is going to be on the right. If Hazard somehow stays, because he just came out and said, he still wants to move to Real Madrid, literally yesterday. But if Hazard somehow stays, I will have Hazard, Higuain, and Pulisic. And either Pedro or Willian, we're getting rid of either one. Guarantee one of them is going to leave this summer. I pray to God it's Willian. Because Sarri loves.
You know what? Pedro's a really good player. I actually like Pedro.
Pedro is so fucking good, and he's more suited to Sarri ball the way he plays. He is a master of the half spaces. You know that gap between the centre back, left back, and the left mid and right mid. You know that little hole. He's the master of being in those spaces undetected. Yeah. And he's always done it time and time again, and he always knows how to get in behind as well. Yeah. He might not have the pace of Willian, but he has the creativity, the awareness, and he's got both feet. You don't know where he's going to go.
He's actually very he's two-footed. Have you seen his goal against Newcastle? Wow. Exactly.
Came over, touched it with his right, let it bounce, chipped it with his left. Simple as that. I would take Pedro over Willian all day, every day. And Pedro's got more goals this season.
But you know what baffled me as well? If it was true that we got offered Malcolm and money, if it was true, because we don't know if it's true or not, why didn't we take it?
Shall I be real with you? I would love Malcolm at Chelsea. But
I've never really seen him play. So basically, you're teaching me right now. I don't know anything about it. So tell me about him as a player.
No, he's basically like a Douglas Costa.
So skillful,
literally a Douglas Costa, but just not as fast. But I think the reason why Chelsea didn't get him, that's why I said that Chelsea must believe in Sarri's project, because Sarri prefers a right-footed winger on the right side, like a Callion or Pulisic going up and down. And so basically that's why I don't think we've gone for Malcolm, because Malcolm's not suited Sarri ball. Malcolm is a right-sided, left-footed winger that is an inverted winger, loves to cut in and shoot. That's the reason why I don't think we signed him. And that's the reason why I don't think we've gone for Dill. And Willian's got Sarri's news. So definitely.
Willian's not leaving anytime.
He's not leaving. They're going to give him a lifetime contract even though he's 30.